thank you so much for being with us today. How are you?
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm great. I'm great, and it's really good to be with you.
Yeah, we haven't spoken, but I have to tell you, before we came on, Kevin said, Jay, you're going to really like him. He's a great guy. So you've got good PR before we even start.
Well, I hope I can live up to that.
We will see. This is the first convention as Supreme Knight for you, and the first with Father McGivney having been named a blessed. How has your founder's beatification and the miracle that led to it influenced your plans for the Knights of Columbus upcoming year?
Yeah, well, it's been, it's a really historic time to be in the Knights of Columbus. We were founded 140 years ago, but then we had the beatification in the fall. And it's an extraordinary thing that the Lord has sort of opened up this path of beatification and, God willing, sainthood in the not too distant future for us as knights. So it really gives an extra boost to this convention. And as you mentioned, I mean, this is a virtual convention, so it's not like it has been in the past. But it really is great, I think, to do this right on the heels of Father McGivney's beatification. The theme for the convention this year is called to creative courage. And we're getting that from Pope Francis's letter that he wrote on St. Joseph. And that really is it's an important thing for knights, and I think for all men, the model of St. Joseph and what he can do, the creative courage that he had to deal with the issues in his life. But I think the Pope is calling us all to have that same type of courage as we deal with the challenges of our day.
Patrick, I am honored to have the support of a great group of knights in my parish in Watertown. We have the support, as Jay mentioned, of the knights here at Catholic TV. And we're honored once again at Catholic TV to share coverage of the Supreme Convention, which, as you and we mentioned, is virtual. What's planned for the two-day virtual event?
So this convention, as you know, Bishop, because you've been there, what we do is we look back on the past year and we look at some of our accomplishments and successes we've had in the past year. So that's an important aspect of it. And then we look forward. Our delegates pass resolutions on particular issues, issues that are important to the Knights, pro-life issues, family, marriage, religious liberty, and those resolutions kind of guide our actions over the course of the next year. So it really is, it's a rallying point for knights and our families to come together like this once a year, albeit virtually this year. And as I said, the theme is called to creative courage. So we're going to be reflecting a lot on St. Joseph and really kind of I would say the providential moment we're in as knights and as Catholics in this year of St. Joseph, to really look at his life and to model the creative courage that he had, and to bring that into our day, because Lord knows, I mean, we have challenges and we need creativity and we need courage to deal with them.
And a little birdie, by the way, by the name of Peter Sonsky, told me that I should ask you about your personal devotion to St. Joseph.
Yeah, well, thanks, Bishop. I have a unique devotion that my wife and I learned from. This is something that Pope Francis has spoken of. We have a sleeping St. Joseph statue on our nightstand, and what we do is this is a tradition. I think perhaps it's a Latin American tradition, but St. Joseph was revealed through dreams. The Lord told him what to do, and he was obedient. And so what my wife and I do is we put our petitions on a small piece of paper and we put them under St. Joseph. And it really is powerful, because I'll tell you, a month will go by or 2 months will go by, and you go and you read those petitions and you think, yeah, that was answered. Yeah, St. Joseph came through here. So that's our personal devotion to St. Joseph.
Well, Patrick, let me ask you a question. Does it look anything like this at all?
It looks exactly like that.
We have everything here in the living room.
Yes, we had your wife.
Although I would say ours is smaller, but that's a nice one.
Let's see. Yes, we'll put this right here for this interview in particular. Right here. So in the midst of this pandemic, Patrick, the Knights continued to serve in a variety of ways, and we look forward to hearing about it. What stands out for you?
Well, what stands out for me over the course of the past year, we all know what a difficult year it was. And the Knights went into action with what we called our Leave No Neighbor Behind program. And we came to the assistance of those who were in need with food and supplies and blood donations. All of those basic necessities, we helped people who were in need. But I would say there's something that we did that was perhaps even more important, and that was our councils made a special effort to call parishioners, and particularly the elderly who were closed up in their homes, just to have that human contact. Call them. How you doing? Do you need anything? Do you need us to go to the grocery store for you? And so we did that over the course of the last year and a half, and it was really a very successful program. And now, as we, God willing, come out of the pandemic, we're looking at what we're calling a COVID recovery program, where we're getting our councils back in action, back to where they used to be. But we're also serving our pastors and our parish priests to help get the parishes up and running, get the parishes back to where they were pre-COVID. So that's also a really important piece of this. And I think the Knights can be in service to our pastors in that way.
Well, we are looking forward to our coverage. We're looking forward to hearing your first report as Supreme Knight and sharing some of those amazing stories of the fraternal work of the Knights of Columbus around the country and the world. How can families, and men in particular, how can they join the Knights and really take advantage of all that the KFC has to offer?
So what they can do is go to kfc.org/join us. You can join online. It's very, very simple. And what we do is we give tools for men to be better men, better husbands, better fathers. And we really believe very strongly that if you get the man right, you can get everything right. You get the man right, you can get the marriage right, you can get the family right, you can get the parish right, and even the culture. You can get the culture right. And that's why I think it's important for every man to be a knight because of what we can do. We've done so much with our Into the Breach videos, and we have more materials coming out helping men, strengthen men in their fatherhood and in raising their family and keeping their kids Catholic. This is very, very important. I think that emphasis on the family is where the Knights will be going more and more in the future. It's always been an important thing for us, but I think more and more we'll be doing that.
Well, Patrick, thank you so much for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. We'll have to have you on more often now.
Yeah, I'd love it.
Well, very good. Thanks a lot. Best of luck with the convention. We'll certainly be playing it here on Catholic TV to all of our viewers, and stay safe.
Okay. Thank you very much to both of you.
Thank you. God bless.